Amma ba'd. Brothers and sisters, committed Muslims, Allah Jalla wa Ala says to us, if only there are people who are listening, يا أيها الذين آمنوا أطيعوا الله وأطيعوا الرسول وأولي الأمر منكم. O you who are securely committed to Allah, obey Allah and obey His Messenger and those who are entrusted with authority from among you. This is an ayah that is accessible to every Muslim. It is an ayah that has no ambiguity of meaning. It is an ayah that has been with us for around 1,400 years or so. Pity the minds and the people who care not to investigate the application of this ayah, especially when we have the hindsight of looking at our development, our ups and downs from those initial generation of Muslims who were the forerunners of the application of the meanings of this book and the instructions of this prophet. We have taken it upon ourselves to investigate as much as we can in this weekly khutbah our trials and errors. We are human beings. We've been human beings ever since this wahi was revealed, and we will continue to be human beings until we surrender our collective existence to Allah in this world, or from this world. Did we have our mistakes? Yes, we've had our mistakes. Did we try our best? Yes. Generally speaking, when we look at the Muslim collective, we tried our best. But even though these are the generalizations, are there further details we should consider that up until now we have not had a solid and a consolidated effort to do? And in this regard, we said the last time, we are living our initial efforts to obey Allah and to obey His Messenger, and those who are in the positions of authoritative responsibility. We traced ourselves now for 30 to 40 years after the Prophet. And we've reached the point where we, the committed Muslims of that generation, we decided to disagree with each other. There is nothing that we know of that bars Muslims from having different points of view. As much as we understand and as much as we can tell, that is a given right to every Muslim to have and hold firmly to their point of view that comes out of their conviction and their understanding of Allah and His Prophet. That is a God-given right. And up until now there's nothing wrong with the discrepancies of opinions that we as a whole had. But there's something wrong. And we know this from reading the Book of Allah and understanding the Prophet of Allah. We know there's something wrong when our differing point of view turns deadly against our own selves. Something is wrong here. And we've had this happen in our historical self, in our society that goes back to that first and second generation of Muslims who were nurtured by the presence of Allah's Prophet. The point that we reached is those who broke away from Imam Ali and they explained their position by saying that we should fight on against al-fi'a al-baghiya, the transgressing or the aggressive component among us. And that was in reference to Muawiyah and his camp. But these people, even though they are permitted their own political ijtihad, that's their God-given right, these people were wrong when they turned their weapons against themselves. Because who are we speaking about here? We're speaking about an Islamic society. A component of that Islamic society held on to a political version of things. But just because they have a political version of things doesn't mean that they have the right now to turn their weapons against themselves. They killed Abdullah ibn Khabbab ibn al-Arat, as we mentioned previously. And then Imam Ali sent a representative of his to try to talk this issue out instead of fighting it out. And they killed him. This type of trigger-happy attitude doesn't have a justification in the Book of Allah or in the Sunnah of His Prophet. Beyond that, when it came down to the nitty-gritty of the issue, these Khawarij, remember this is a history not many people want to open up.